Dum ba dum. Howdy, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. I am Banjo Ben, your host here on the website that teaches you how to play mandolin and banjo. But this week is Guitar Week. I get lots of requests, especially on the forum, for more guitar rhythm things. And that makes sense because you spend most of your time on the guitar playing rhythm, whether you're on stage or whether you're in a jam. So we're going to use this bag of licks approach, which a lot of you like for good reason. And we're going to learn 8 rhythm licks over a C chord. So in the key of C, you can use these if you're in G and you're going to a C chord, but these are primarily going to be used whenever you're in the key of C and you come back to a C chord and you need something fun to play. I'm going to teach you 8 of those and exactly how to use them. We'll do some variations as well. If you're watching here on the website, as a Gold Pick member, you have everything you need right here on this page. Just scroll down, check out the tabs and the rest of the lesson videos. I've got a bunch of different MP3 jam tracks for you to practice around with different speeds, so check those out. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can come see this whole lesson as a Gold Pick member at BanjoBenClark.com. Let's learn some of these bag of lick rhythm runs in the key of C. Let's take a look at C lick number 1. Now, we don't want to be super flashy with these because most of the time we're playing rhythm, there's something else going on by default, right? So somebody else is doing a solo or somebody is filling, something like that. So we don't always, most of the time we want to stay out of the way. And so this was pretty simple. It sounds like this. So in the context of Wildwood Flower that we played earlier, do 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 ba dum bum 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 bum. It just fits really nice in there. So we're going to start with a root, that C note down there, do a strum, and then we're just going to walk up the scale, starting with that open E string up to the G. Then you'll go right back into your rhythm playing. Now, all of these have little variations that we can easily turn them into. For instance, with this one, you don't have to stay right in that major scale. You could employ the first fret, that B flat, and do like a hammer-on to that second fret, so it would sound like this. And immediately you take it kind of over to the blues side. So lots of variations on all of these. You can kind of sit around and figure them out for yourself. And we're going to talk about that more as we go into the context of Wildwood Flower later on in the video lesson. Now this lick number 2, it is our typical C run. So it's the C version of what we're used to hearing over the G position. And just as there are many, many variations of that G run, all kinds of things, we can do the same thing out of this C position, but the very straight ahead C run would look a lot like this in measure 3. Now, I would typically keep my root with my ring finger down. Well, sometimes I do, I'll say that. If you're wanting it to, of course, carry the overtones, you would do that, but maybe you wouldn't all the time. Okay, and immediately there I played a little variation, but we're going to start with a quarter note, go up to our D string, do that little hammer on. You could pick all those notes if you wanted. Go on up, another quarter note at the end of measure 3, and then land on the root, this one octave above where we started. Now, what kind of variations might we see for this? Well, we'll talk about more of those later, but you saw me do one. I just did a pull off there at the end. That's the same thing as going. Cool, huh? So you could mess with the rhythm with this a lot. Do something like that as well. So let me just play through both of these licks, and I'll just create a little loop so you can see if you can play along with me. You want to try that? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Now lick 2. Oh, you got it down now. I can hear you. Well, really, I can't hear you, but I acted like I could, and you sound great in my mind. Let's look at lick number 3.